I gave it a few more attempts. I've been playing while the controller was charging. It's at a decent percentage, and I've actually made it a decent distance. I loaded a save where that bridge was not yet destroyed. That's really the only reason I was able to make it this far. Oh god, that bus just randomly swerved. Why the hell did it do that? Yeah, god damn it to you, you're in the wrong lane. Did he just say wrong lane to me? He was driving on the left. That idiot. Like his left. Like, this is some pretty reckless driving. I'm just bobbing and weaving between vehicles, and most of the time I'm in the center of the road. But at least when I'm in one lane, I'm in the right lane. Anyway, that man did not know how much he was doing this already mostly hopeless endeavor. Anyway, towards the end here of EOS, I'm gonna get shot at a decent bit by EDF soldiers. In between EOS and Mount Vogel. Hopefully, though, I'll be able to not die. There's one vehicle that on the Red Faction Guerrilla, no, just the Red Faction wiki, it's literally stated that its purpose is for reckless driving, so that one is gonna be fun. I think it might actually be the fastest car in the game. It's the supercar, civilian supercar. But I am not driving that one yet. Currently, I am still driving the civilian bus to the vehicle, the transport mission at the end of Mount Vogel. Nearly there. Meow. That's the car noises. That's one of the supercars I've been talking about. Yep, that's another one. And that there is a, not a supercar, it's an ordinary car, I don't know what it's called. 2 minutes in. Hopefully, I will actually make it this time. I mean, I could say that about any of these attempts. Hopefully, I'll actually make it. And I have said that about most of them. Hasn't worked yet, but I can keep trying. I would call this the second most difficult thing I've ever tried to do in Red Faction. Thing is, this transport mission here, it's not even done yet. I just gave up after a while. If I did it now, I would probably succeed. I've had a lot of training from trying to drive a single vehicle all the way across Tarsus Mars, or Tharsis, however it's pronounced. Where am I? Okay, yeah. Oh, what's that? Oh, they rebuilt that. I swear I've destroyed all of these. I don't think they can rebuild destruction targets, so... Yeah, whatever. It's a radio tower. Anyway, around this area, literally right on the border between EOS and Mount Vogel, is where they start shooting at me. It makes sense, though. It's EDF Central Control, and I'm the man who single-handedly dismantled their entire... the entire EDF. The thing is, they don't know that. They just see a bus driving through. It's probably just because I entered Mount Vogel, though. Also, a bus has no reason to be in EDF Central Control, so, yeah. Of course they would shoot at me. There was one time, that, other base I was talking to you about, I actually got through it this time because, for some reason, like, that time, this time when I got through it, damn it, whatever, but this time when I got through that other base, I actually did hit one of the people. But only one of them actually went after me. They were in a car. I just got out of my bus, hit him with a sledgehammer, and continued up that very steep hill. Okay, it's right around here that they start shooting at me. Like I said, the other time I made it this far, they just hit me with a single shot, and it was enough to blow up the bus. Oh, they actually missed me that time. Well, I'm here, and there's no more EDF in the way. The entire rest of the way to the end. It's just a thing of me not sucking at driving. And I would say I'm not particularly terrible. I'm just absolutely horrible. But yes, this has been very difficult, and I have finally made it all the way. There was actually a transport mission that got in the way. I had to get out of the car and just wait for the transport mission. It didn't affect the time too bad, though, because the time, I'm using the in-game statistics for the time spent in car. Oh my god, can it not make it up here? It can, just very slowly. But yeah, I'm using the in-game statistic for time spent driving, and that only counts when you're in the car, so I just got out of the car and waited for the convoy to get out of my way. This is painfully slow. This hill here is even steeper than the one at that one EDF checkpoint where they always shoot at me. They shoot at me at most EDF checkpoints, though. Not with this bus. That EDF checkpoint back there where they were shooting at me, normally they don't shoot at me there. I'm able to avoid the EDF soldier, like avoid hitting them, and they don't shoot at me. The part after it, right between EOS and Mount Vogel, they do always shoot at me. What is that bridge? How have I not destroyed that yet? Whatever. Yeah, when I first started this game, I really wanted to destroy everything. Of course, though, that's like the #1 appeal of this game. And it turns out, never destroy bridges, except for that one bridge, which is a high importance destruction target. But in fact, there are many destruction targets you shouldn't destroy. No! No! No, I was that far! It was right there. Oh, I guess I'm starting over again. I was halfway through Mount Vogel. That is now the furthest I've ever made it. And what even destroyed me? What exploded? This thing always explodes me. There's always something by or around this building that always explodes me. Except normally when I'm here, it's not with the most fragile car in the entire damn game. Just gonna destroy this place. Hopefully that'll stop it from exploding me ever again. Can't believe I forgot about the exploding building. The explodey building. Boom. EDF supply credit. I am terribly unused. This is... I guess technically, since I was trying to do this a lot yesterday, I guess not until tomorrow can I say I've spent days on this, but still. I've literally spent multiple hours on this. And I failed because of a single explosive. Not multiple hours on a single drive, but multiple hours of attempt after attempt. 92. I haven't even destroyed 100 of these yet. Well then. I have quite a lot of scrap. That's because I haven't gotten many upgrades. I got the best sledgehammer and I got a jetpack and that's it. Oh, I also got the thing where you can fast travel from... well, not yet. It can be from anywhere. But you can fast travel to the safe houses. Like, what even explodes me there? I never see anything there, but whenever I go there, I always explode. This is only the second time I've even made it to Mount Vogel. Well then. Guess I'm starting over. Well then. Hills are terrible. It's 10 minutes in. Anyway. Actually, I shouldn't need to use the map for this. Just gotta find another bus. I am absolutely certain that this is very much possible. It's just incredibly difficult. It's weird that no matter how low morale is, anybody will just give you their bus. Or just any vehicle. Like, if morale was at 0, they would still just give you their vehicle. Alright, hang on, I think I'm already facing the right direction. Am I? Oh no, I wasn't. Opposite. In fact. Well, I guess if I make it this time, at least I'll be able to document the whole journey there. I could very easily just make up a number and take a civilian bus from EOS and drive it to Mount Vogel. Because they're right next to each other, but no. No, I shall have accuracy. I cannot stress enough how incredibly terrible this vehicle is, and that you should never use it for anything. I also cannot stress enough how incredibly terrible this challenge is, and that you should never do it for any reason. I really wish you could actually operate flying vehicles in this game, because in the first episode of this, the first part of this, I mentioned that this was the first land vehicle alphabetically, or maybe first wheeled vehicle. That's because the first vehicle in general in the game alphabetically is the AAX Raven. It's the, but you cannot fly that. You can't operate any flying vehicle, for that matter. I really can't wait to use the Combat Walker, but at the same time, I can't use the Combat Walker in this save file. So to do that, I have to play the game all the way through again. Just for 1 or 2 vehicles. I actually have quite a few things in the Free Fire zone I still haven't destroyed yet. It'd be nice if the EDF actually tried fixing things. Like, if you destroyed minor or major targets and the EDF actually tried rebuilding them. Oh, a courier, really? Wow, so interesting. I don't... These people that work for the Red Faction, they're incredibly imaginative. Like, they have the ability to dream up a world, a parallel universe, in which I fucking care. I have never done one of those random side things for the Red Faction. In fact, I will need to do one of them at one point. Well, not actually do it. I just need to get one of the, what is it, convoy. The convoy missions. I need to get one of those. I need to take a convoy, shoot down the person in the convoy, whilst doing as little damage to their truck as possible. Because I need to take the truck. It's a civilian flatbed, I believe it's called. That's one of the vehicles I need to use, and I think the convoy is the only way to get it. I've never seen one just driving around. But anyway, it's strange that it's called a civilian flatbed. It's only used by EDF people, but it's not exactly an EDF created vehicle. It's just that only the EDF use it. The tank, as fun as it will be, it's still quite slow. At least it can do hills well, because it has its treads. This bus, like, there are all-terrain vehicles, and then there's this bus, the opposite. This is like a no-terrain vehicle. It's not built for any terrain. It's terrible in all of them. Especially sheer inclines. Like, I feel like I'm just constantly repeating myself in these videos. There's not much to say, I'm just driving across Mars numerous times. And never making it all the way to the end. With the same vehicle. Slightly different designs. Very slightly different designs. Luckily, it's not all the designs that are counted. I still have to do the civilian whatever and the civilian taxi, because their difference isn't just in design. One of them actually has the little taxi thing on the top, so it technically does have a slightly different model. Which would, in real life, affect something, even then to an incredibly minimal amount, but it would. Literally in immeasurable amount, immeasurably small. Let's see here. 1354.51. 1354.51. 1354.51. 1354.51. Oh, forgot to set the end marker. Luckily, it doesn't count time in menus. I'm pretty sure, at least. 1354.51. I'm not even gonna write it somewhere. I can just look back in the video to see what it was. That is, if I even make it this time. I'm already 18 minutes in. Anyway, through the Marauder place. Ah! I was looking away for a second. Almost hit that wall, but not quite. Not quite. I have the irradiated zone, like, memorized like the back of my hand now. I've just gone through it too many times. Too many times. I do a lot of stuff like this. Like, there was one time, like, this was multiple weeks, I was watching a full playthrough of every Mario game, including releases for just various platforms, like, Donkey Kong alone, it was released on more than 10 platforms. But that was fun. That was like that was 1981. Oh, god damn it, not another... another convoy. Oh, this one might even get in my way again. No. It's like, the more I play this, the harder it is to avoid those side missions. There was one time when I just wanted to go to a safe house to get an upgrade, and so I was trying the Oasis safe house. But every time I got there, even after I quit the thingy, it was a raid. There was an EDF raid on the Oasis safe house. And every single time I went there, even after I exited the thing, it was just still there. I ended up just giving up and going to a Dust safe house. Dust is weird. It has 2 safe houses. I think it's the only place that does. Are Dust and EOS and the Badlands, are they like cities, like provinces? How is the place broken up? I still very much don't have anything to say. If it crashes this time, I'll end it. Maybe have a few more attempts on not on stream, off screen. I meant the video, end the video. Maybe have a few more attempts off screen. If I make it to Mount Vogel, then I'll start recording again. Then you could probably see my pain again as I fail to avoid the explodey thingy. Why do the AI cars just, why did it stop? Why do the AI cars just sometimes randomly turn around in the middle of the road? Anyway. Continuing my way along to the bridge that I was talking about earlier, that I have mentioned several times, but never gotten to show you yet, because I've never made it that far in the video. Okay, right around here I believe it is. Like, this bridge is incredibly important. Someone really should repair it when you break it. But yeah, this bridge, in the autosave file I had, it was destroyed. But it turned out in my most recent manual save file, this one, it's still here. Which is excellent. Oh wait, I'm wasting time. I was still in the vehicle as I was doing that. Whoopsie daisies. Well, that's fine. That probably changes the time to be just a tiny bit more similar to the time I would have gotten if the bridge still weren't there. Really, I wish that more things in this game actually got repaired after you destroyed them. Particularly the places that you find, what is it? The, heavy walker and the combat walker. Yes, so that I don't have to start the entire game over again just to get them. The mountains in the distance through the dust look pretty cool. Am I in the Free Fire zone now? I think I am just about. Just look at this. They always end up shooting at me. Trying to move extremely slowly, and for some reason it always slows down towards the bottom of that ramp. It never gains moment, not gains moment. It never keeps its momentum enough to get up here properly. Hang on, this is exactly what happened last time. Just the one person came after me. So I sledgehammered them. Oh, they sent another. Oh, more. Oh then. That's not good. I can beat the EDF. I have. Oh god. Okay, his turret can't hit me as long as I stand right here. Yeah, anyone, as in someone else. Anybody else on the Red faction. You can't expect Alec Mason to do everything for you. I'm busy driving a bus incredibly slowly up a hill. Someone else can take care of the convoy. It is making progress. Oh god, there's more EDF. Oh no, it fell back down a bit. Oh no, 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 it's falling all the way down. No, it exploded right next to it. No! God damn EDF. I suppose that ends this episode of this part of a terrible, hopeless, fruitless adventure. Not adventure, endeavor. What the hell is this? I've never seen this weapon before. Oh, I have. It's that thing. I've never used it before, I mean. Interesting. Anyway. As I said, this part is over.